Hello and welcome to Learn with Hema's class. My dear students, today I am going to present the most awaited grammar topic, reported speech, that is direct and indirect speech. Knowledge of reported speech have a very important place in our literature. Also, in examinations, this topic carries 2 marks in your language study and 1 or 2 marks in your passages. Now this video is an entire package for reported speech. If you watch the entire video, I guarantee you all your doubts and worries regarding this reported speech shall vanish away. So let's start with this session today. Direct and indirect speech. Now here are some 2 examples. Ela said, "I am really sorry for the mistake." The first one is the reported speech, whereas Ela said that she was really sorry for the mistake. This is the second sentence. Now let us find out what is the difference between 2 sentences. Now there are 2 ways of reporting what somebody said, right? The first way we saw is a direct method, that means the actual words of the speaker are reported. And in the second method, someone else is speaking the words of the reporter. That is, we can reproduce the exact words of the speaker as in the above one, which we can see over here, the exact words, "I am really sorry for the mistake," and we can reproduce the exact words of the speaker as in one above. This is called direct speech, or we can express the speech in our own words as in the second sentence, which was Ela said that she was really sorry for the mistake. So these are the 2 ways how we can report a speech. Now this is called indirect speech or reported speech. So direct speech is a set of by inverted commas. You can see, you know the inverted commas. These are your inverted commas. So direct speech is a set of by inverted commas. And indirect speech usually begins as Neeru said that. So this is the said is the said is the reported verb. Here we have asked is the reporting verb, whereas that and if, these 2 are the connectors. So direct speech is set off by inverted commas, and indirect speech usually begins as Neeru said that, or Joy asked Meera if. So Neeru said that, whatever the sentences we can continue. Joy asked Meera if, whatever is there we can continue. We do not normally report someone's words as soon as they are spoken or at the place where they are spoken. Besides, the reporter is usually different from the actual speaker, right? So the reported speech differs from the direct speech in certain respects. There are certain differences between the direct speech and the indirect speech. Once we know these differences, our work is done. Okay, so now you can see again 2 examples I am giving you. Renu said, "I am not free today for Anu is coming to meet me." Just check with the tense. I am not free today. Okay, I am not free today. Anu is coming to meet me. And just see the reported speech. Renu said that. So instead of comma and open inverted, we write that. And instead of I, we have written she. She was not free. So instead of I am, we have written was not free. That day. So for today, we have mentioned that day. For Anu was coming. Again, is coming have changed to was coming to meet her. So these are certain changes which we do normally. We shall learn about all these changes, how they are made, when they are made. So besides dropping inverted commas, now in the second sentence we have dropped inverted commas. That means you can see there are no inverted commas here. No inverted commas, right? So besides dropping inverted commas and using some conjunctions, for example that and if, we have already seen that we have used that and if, etc. We have to take care of 3 other things while reporting speeches. So apart from comma and open inverted and close inverted commas, Three other things are there which we have to pay attention to. Out of that, the first one is tense. Most of the times, the reported speech is in the past tense. We can see the example above. The reported speech is in the past tense. This is the reported speech and this is in the past tense. Was. Right? This is in the past tense. So, most of the times, the reported speech is in the past tense. But there are exceptions. We also write the reported speech in the present tense and in the future tense when we shall be doing it. Now personal pronouns. Now we change some personal pronouns like I, we, you, etc. and also possessives like my, our, your, etc. And all these personal pronouns change according to the situation. Third thing that we have to pay attention to is, while changing a direct speech into indirect speech, words denoting nearness of time. As I said in the above example, we said today. Today became that day, right? So, not free today. You can see over here, that was not free today. As I am not free today. So, not free today have become that day. So, words denoting nearness of time and place are changed. So that also we will do in detail. It is good to know how these changes are effected so that we report speeches correctly. So all these changes we are going to learn now. Very first thing is changing tenses. In changing tenses, the first part, reporting verb in a present or a future tense. Now suppose if our reporting verb is in present tense, you can see over here. Indu says the teacher is going to teach a new topic. Indu says. Says is your present tense, right? Now when the reporting verb is in the present tense, the tense of the reported speech do not change. You can see the verb over here is going, right? Only the open inverted commas and the close inverted commas are going to be removed. Rest all the things are going to be same. Just see, Indu says that the teacher is going to teach a new topic. The rest all the things are same. You can see teacher is going, was going is not written. That is, the reported speech is not changed to past tense. And why it has not changed to past tense? Because our reporting verb says is in the present tense. So this is one point to remember. If our reporting verb is in the present tense, the tense of the speech do not change in the reported speech. Next example, he will say good music makes a good film. Now here it is a future tense. You can see simple future tense is there. He will say good music makes a good film. Here also you can see he will say that good music makes a good film, right? So there is no change except for the open inverted commas and close inverted commas are removed. Other than that, there is no change, and this comma is removed and that has come in the place. So he will say that good music makes a good film. So this tense is going to be same. So for two reasons the tenses are not going to same. One condition is that the tense is in your the reporting verb is in your present tense, and second condition is that the reporting verb is in your future tense, simple future tense. Then in these two cases your reported speech will not change. The tense of the reported speech will not change. Second, reporting verb is in the past tense. If your reporting verb is in past tense, then the tenses in the reported speech changes into a corresponding past tense. Suppose if instead of says it is said, so said is a past tense of says. So this is our reporting verb. Reporting verb, if it is in past tense, then we have corresponding changes. Now instead of writing the whole sentences, I have written directly the verbs which are going to change. So only the verbs are changing. To change the tense, we have to change only the verbs. So in place of, in general, what changes we make? So many a times when the reporting verb is said, S-A-I-D, said, then the tenses of the reported speech changes accordingly. Is, am, are changes to was, were. Was, were changes to had been, and had been changes to nothing. That is, had been remains had been only. If there is had been in your direct speech, it remains the same in your indirect speech also. That means is, am, are your simple present tense. These are your simple present tense and they change to simple past tense. Right? Was and were are your simple past tense. They change to past perfect. And past perfect remains the same. There is no change in past perfect. Now present perfect has, have changed to past perfect, that is had. Had, which is already a past perfect, remains same, there is no change. Do changes to did. Did changes to had done. Had done don't have any change. So these are the verbs which are important to note, because what they are changed into in the reported speech. So in the present tense, is, am, are changes to was, were. Was, were changes to had been, which is perfect tense. Again had been changes to nothing. Had been remains the same. That is perfect. Past perfect remains past perfect only. That is, simple present becomes simple past becomes past perfect, and past perfect remains the same. Present perfect changes to past perfect. You can see over has, have. So present perfect changes to past perfect remains the same. Do changes to did, and present tense. Do changes to did changes to had done. That is past perfect. Had done and had done remains the same. Will, shall, future tense. Will, shall will change to would. In certain cases, shall might be changed into should. So normally will, shall, it changes to would, but only in certain cases it should be changed to should. That means if you understand the sentence, where it will change to should. If you understand the sentence, if some moral obligation is there for you, then it will change to should. Okay. Would, should, might, could, ought to, used to. If these words are there, there is no change. Would, should, might, could, ought to, used to. There is no change for these words. Always remember, these are very important. And for must, always remember had to. Must is replaced by had to. Now we will see some examples. You haven't been going to school for some days. Rina gives you some school news on the phone. She says, now this is an example that you are not going to school for some days and Rina gives you some news on phone. These are some reported in direct speeches. The new principal has taken over. The sports meet is going to be held in December. Bobby was declared the best artist at the competition. Rosie wants to join the hostel. These are the 4 speeches, direct sentences. Now we are going to change them into indirect. So later you report this to your mother. Now all these things are said by Rina to you on the phone. Now you are saying the words of Rina to your mother. Okay. Now these are your words. So you will say, Rina rang me in the evening. She told me that. Now here it is told, because Rina is saying to you, right? She told you. So she told me that the new principal had taken over. She said that the sports meet was going to be held in December. She said that Bobby had been declared the best artist at the competition. She said that Rosie wanted to join the school. Now we will see the first sentence. She told me that the new principal had taken over. What is the first sentence? The new principal has taken over. It is has taken over, which has changed to had taken over. Then next we have the sports meet is going to be held in December. Is going, it is there, na? So she said that the sports meet was going. So is going changes to was going. Bobby was declared. Now it is already a past tense. So Bobby was declared the best artist at the competition. Now it will change to past perfect. She said that Bobby had been declared. So it's changed into past perfect. Had been declared the best artist at the competition. Then the fourth sentence. Rosie wants to join the hostel. It is a simple present tense wants. So she said that Rosie wanted to join the hostel. So very simple, we have just changed the tenses of the sentences. Now there are three situations in which even if the reporting verb is in the past tense, we leave the tenses in the reported speech unchanged. Now just now in the above examples we saw that if the reporting verb is in the present tense or in the past tense, our tenses will not change, right? And next we also saw that our reporting verb, if our reporting verb is in the past tense, that if it is said, then we change the tenses accordingly. Now there are some situations, three situations are there where we do not change the reporting verb. We do not change even if the reporting verb is in the past tense, we do not change the tense of the reported speech. For example, first one, the reported speech expresses a universal truth or a habitual fact. If your reporting speech expresses a universal truth or a habitual fact, then the tense won't change. Our teacher said a magnetic needle always points to the north. Now we know that a magnetic needle always points to the north. So therefore this tense is not going to change. We will not say that always pointed to the north. So simple present tense will not change to simple past tense. It will remain the same. Our teacher told us that, because teacher said us something, said us, so told. Our teacher told us that a magnetic needle always points to the north. So there is no change in the statement. Then second, the reported speech describes a situation which still exists when the speech is reported. Now suppose when the speech is reported and at the time of the reporting the speech, the situation is the same. At the time of reporting the speech, the situation is the same. Then at that time also, we do not change the tense of the reported speech. The station master said, all the trains are running late because heavy rains have damaged some parts of the track. Now the station master said that all the trains are running late. Now they are running late that time also, they are running late now also. When the station master said us these words, that time also the trains were running late. So the station master said that all the trains are running late. Only the thing that we have done is remove the comma and open inverted. The station master said that all the trains are running late because of heavy rains, because heavy rains have damaged some parts of the track. Just you can see the verbs, the tense have damaged is same and even are running is same. Now the reported speech, the third situation when the reported tense of the reported speech do not change. When the reported speech contains two clauses and both in the past tense. Now this is something new which you must have not come across. Most of the times the above two situations are known to the students, but this third situation is normally not known to the students. So the reported speech contains two clauses both in the past tense. If such kind of situation is there, then the tenses won't change. Neeraj said to me, Deepa was busy, so she didn't go to see the movie. Now Neeraj said to me, okay, Deepa was busy. This is the first clause. So she didn't go to see the movie. This is the second clause. So was and didn't go. These two both are in past tense. So the tense is not going to change over here. Neeraj told me that Deepa was busy, so she didn't go to see the movie. Right? There is no change. Only the open inverted commas have been removed and the comma is removed and the conjunction that is introduced. That's it. Apart from these basic, there are no changes in the tenses. Now when do we say and when do we tell? We say something, right? हमने कुछ कहा है. But we tell somebody. लेकिन हमने अगर किसी को कुछ कहा है, तो we use the word tell. For example, many a time students get confused. कि miss, when do we say said and when do we say told? Right? So said is used when only you are saying something. And told is used when you are saying to someone something. Right? When you are saying to someone something. For example, Sudha said that she wasn't satisfied with her result. Now this is what Sudha said. Okay, that she wasn't satisfied with her result. Now Sudha told me that she wasn't satisfied with her result. So now here it is told because she said this to me. So I have written here as told. Sudha told me that she wasn't satisfied with the result. Now a very important thing, when changing a direct speech into indirect speech, sometimes students are tend to make mistakes while changing the pronouns. Now this is the best part which you can do is how to change personal pronouns and possessives in a reported speech. Now how to change I, my, me, mine, we, our, us, ours. These are all first person, right? These words refer to the speaker. First person pronouns always refer to the speaker, है ना? My, our, तो सब speaker से related होते हैं first person pronoun मतलब. So they change according to who the speaker is. I said, my friends are very helpful to me. You can see over here. I said, my friends are very helpful to me. I said, first pronoun, my friends, again to me. You can see, I said that my friends. Now in the first person, the pronoun won't change. My friends were very helpful to me. There is no change in the pronoun in the very first person. So I said my friends are very helpful to me. I said that my friends were very helpful to me. Only the open inverted commas and comma is removed and that is introduced. Rest nothing is changed. If we are changing the personal pronouns. So if the reported speech, if the direct speech have your personal pronouns, how do you change them in indirect speech? You said, my friends are very helpful to me. Now when it is second person, you, right? You said, my friends are very helpful to me. So you said that your friends are very helpful to you. So you said that your instead of my, your. तो you है इसीलिए your हो गया. सब्जेक्ट में क्या है? you है, इसीलिए हमने रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में your कर दिया. तो इतना चीज याद रखो, सब्जेक्ट में जो पर्सन रहता है प्रोनाउन का फर्स्ट पर्सन है तो आपका रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में भी फर्स्ट पर्सन प्रोनाउन आएगा. सेकंड पर्सन है तो रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में भी सेकंड पर्सन प्रोनाउन आएगा. और अगर थर्ड पर्सन प्रोनाउन है तो रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में भी थर्ड पर्सन प्रोनाउन ही आएगा. डिपेंड्स ऑन दैट. तो ये चीज़ हमेशा याद रखना कि कौन बोल रहा है, फर्स्ट पर्सन है, सेकंड पर्सन है या थर्ड पर्सन है. सो यू सेड दैट योर फ्रेंड्स आर वेरी हेल्पफुल टू यू. ही सेड, अब ये थर्ड पर्सन हो गया, राइट? थर्ड पर्सन प्रोनाउन. ही सेड माई फ्रेंड्स आर वेरी हेल्पफुल टू मी. ही सेड दैट, तो माई की जगह हो गया हिज, है ना? थर्ड पर्सन है तो हिज फ्रेंड्स आर वेरी हेल्पफुल टू हिम, राइट? ही का हिम हो गया, ऑब्जेक्ट में हिम आएगा. नाउ ये तो हमने पर्सनल फर्स्ट पर्सन प्रोनाउंस हमने चेंज किया है. अब हम चेंजिंग यू, योर, योर्स, सेकेंड पर्सन. अब हम यू, योर, योर्स चेंज करते हैं. दीज वर्ड्स रिफर टू द पर्सन बीइंग एड्रेस्ड, यानी जिससे हम बात कर रहे हैं, बीइंग एड्रेस्ड. सो दे हैव टू चेंज अकॉर्डिंगली. मिनी सेड टू मी, योर टीचर्स हैव प्रेज्ड यू. मिनी सेड टू मी, योर टीचर्स हैव प्रेज्ड यू. सो मिनी टोल्ड मी, देखो यहाँ पे सेड टू मी है. सो मिनी टोल्ड मी दैट माई टीचर्स. तो जब सेकेंड पर्सन आता है, मिनी सेड टू मी और मुझे कहा गया है, तो मैं माई ही बोलूँगी योर की जगह पे. माई टीचर्स हैड प्रेज्ड मी. देखो यहाँ पे टेंस भी चेंज हुआ है, हैव का हैड हुआ है, राइट? मिनी सेड टू मी, योर टीचर्स हैव प्रेज्ड यू. मिनी टोल्ड मी दैट माई टीचर्स हैड प्रेज्ड मी. तो जब हम पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस की तरफ ध्यान देते हैं तो हमें ये भी ध्यान देना है कि हमारा जो टेंस है वो भी सेम रहे, वो चेंज ना हो. मिनी सेड टू यू, योर टीचर्स हैव प्रेज्ड यू. अभी यहाँ पे सेड टू यू, पहले था टू मी, तो माई टीचर्स, राइट? तो अब मिनी टोल्ड यू दैट योर टीचर्स हैव प्रेज्ड यू. तो जहाँ पर यू होता है वहाँ पे योर और यू ही आ जाता है पोजेसिव एंड पर्सनल में. मिनी सेड टू हर, अभी ये मिनी सेड टू हर, योर टीचर्स हैव प्रेज्ड यू. अभी थर्ड पर्सन को बोला है योर टीचर्स है. तो मिनी टोल्ड हर दैट हर टीचर्स हैड प्रेज्ड हर. मिनी सेड टू हर दैट हर टीचर हैव प्रेज्ड हर. तो वहीं पर ये यहाँ पर भी वही चीज़ हो गई है, फर्स्ट पर्सन है तो फर्स्ट पर्सन में चेंज होगा, सेकंड पर्सन है तो सेकंड पर्सन में चेंज होगा, थर्ड पर्सन है तो थर्ड पर्सन में चेंज होगा। एक्सप्रेशंस ऑफ टाइम एंड प्लेस इन इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच। अब टाइम और प्लेस का चेंजेस अगर हमको करना है तो इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में हमें क्या क्या चीज़ें देखनी है। While reporting speeches, the following words denoting nearness of time or place are replaced by corresponding words denoting remoteness or distance if the reporting verb is in the past tense। यानी कि ये भी चेंजेस हम कब करेंगे, जब रिपोर्टेड वर्ब हमारा रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब हमारा पास्ट टेंस में होता है। रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब मतलब सेड, जो हम सेड वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं ना, जब वो पास्ट टेंस में होता है तभी हमारे ये चेंजेस होते हैं। तो लेट्स सी क्या क्या चेंजेस हैं। डायरेक्ट स्पीच में अगर हमारा दिस या दैट है तो इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में वो दीज या दोज में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा। हियर, अगर डायरेक्ट स्पीच में हियर है तो इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में देयर हो जाएगा। नाउ विल बिकम देन, अगो विल बिकम बिफोर, तो ये हमारा दीज दिस दैट विल बिकम दीज दोज। हियर विल बिकम देयर, नाउ विल बिकम देन, अगो विल बिकम बिफोर। टुडे टू नाइट बिकम्स दैट डे या दैट नाइट, तो टुडे के लिए हम दैट डे यूज़ करेंगे, टू नाइट के लिए दैट नाइट। येस्टरडे बिकम्स योर द डे बिफोर द प्रीवियस डे, द डे बिफोर येस्टरडे। अभी सॉरी, येस्टरडे का तो हम लिखेंगे द डे बिफोर और द प्रीवियस डे। टुमारो का हो जाएगा द नेक्स्ट डे और द फॉलोइंग डे। टुमारो के लिए द नेक्स्ट डे और द फॉलोइंग डे। ये चीज़ें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है जब हम रिपोर्टेड स्पीच लिखते हैं, तब ये चीज़ों का बहुत ध्यान देना पड़ता है। द डे बिफोर येस्टरडे विल चेंज टू द डे बिफोर द प्रीवियस डे। द डे बिफोर येस्टरडे यानी कल के पहले वाला दिन है ना, तो द डे बिफोर द प्रीवियस डे। द डे आफ्टर टुमारो, द डे आफ्टर द नेक्स्ट डे। टुमारो के बाद वाला दिन द डे आफ्टर द नेक्स्ट डे, क्योंकि टुमारो के लिए हम द नेक्स्ट डे यूज़ करते हैं या द फॉलोइंग डे यूज़ करते हैं। तो द डे आफ्टर के लिए, द डे आफ्टर टुमारो के लिए हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं द डे आफ्टर द नेक्स्ट डे और द डे आफ्टर द फॉलोइंग डे। लास्ट वीक या ईयर के लिए द प्रीवियस वीक या द प्रीवियस ईयर एक्सेट्रा। नेक्स्ट वीक ईयर के लिए द फॉलोइंग वीक और द फॉलोइंग ईयर एक्सेट्रा। अब यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स। द स्पीकर सेड वी ट्राइड टू कंट्रोल द प्राइजेस लास्ट ईयर। स्पीकर ने क्या कहा, वी ट्राइड टू कंट्रोल द प्राइजेस लास्ट ईयर। यहाँ पे टाइम देखो लास्ट ईयर दिया है और सेड है रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब, तो ये दोनों चीज़ें हमारी चेंज होगी। द स्पीकर सेड दैट दे, है ना, हैड ट्राइड, दे हैड ट्राइड का हो गया हैड ट्राइड टू कंट्रोल द प्राइजेस द प्रीवियस ईयर। तो हमारे कितने चेंजेस आ गए हैं, 3 चेंजेस आ गए हैं। अब आप देखिए, द स्पीकर सेड, यहाँ आ गया दैट, कॉमा की जगह पे ओपन इन्वर्टेड निकल गया है दे, यानी द स्पीकर ने उनके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की तरफ से दे लिखा है। दे वी, क्योंकि ये वी है ना सिंगुलर, ये वी है ना प्रोनाउन, इसीलिए दे। हैड ट्राइड, ट्राइड का हो गया हैड ट्राइड टू कंट्रोल द प्राइजेस, लास्ट ईयर का हमने लिखा है द प्रीवियस ईयर, कंट्रोल द प्राइजेस द प्रीवियस ईयर। माई डॉक्टर सेड टू मी द क्लाइमेट ऑफ दिस सिटी वोंट सूट यू। राइट, मेरे डॉक्टर ने मुझे कहा कि इस सिटी का क्लाइमेट मुझे सूट नहीं करेगा। सो सेड टू मी है तो उसका हो जाएगा टोल्ड, सेड टू मी का हो जाएगा टोल्ड मी। सो माई डॉक्टर टोल्ड मी दैट द क्लाइमेट ऑफ दैट सिटी, दिस का हो जाएगा दैट सिटी, वोंट सूट मी, यू का हो जाएगा मी। क्यों, क्योंकि ये हमारे इधर मी है, राइट, तो यहाँ पर भी मी होगा। सॉरी, सो द डॉक्टर टोल्ड मी दैट द क्लाइमेट ऑफ दैट सिटी वुडंट सूट मी। मैंने आपको सारे मार्क करके बताए कहाँ कहाँ हमने चेंजेस किए। एक और एग्जाम्पल है यहाँ पे, द टीचर सेड आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग ऑल दीज प्रॉब्लम्स नेक्स्ट वीक। अभी टीचर ने कहा है आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग ऑल दीज प्रॉब्लम्स नेक्स्ट वीक, तो यहाँ पे दीज और नेक्स्ट वीक को अंडरलाइन किया है मैंने। सो द टीचर सेड दैट, आई का हो जाएगा शी, टीचर, राइट, टीचर के लिए ही और शी डिपेंड्स। शी विल है ना, आई विल का हो जाएगा चेंज वुड बी एक्सप्लेनिंग ऑल दोज प्रॉब्लम्स, दीज का हो गया दोज, problems the following week. Next week का हो गया following week. So these are the changes, so certain changes which we have to pay attention to. Now it's a very important thing, reporting statements, and this is the most important part of the video, so please do listen to it carefully, because this is the thing which shows you how to write a reported speech, if it is reporting a statement, if it is reporting a question, or if it is something else, wish, command, exclamation, or any suggestions. So let's go ahead. Now reporting verbs and conjunctions depend upon whether we are reporting a statement, a question, or a command, right? Whatever our reported speech is, if our reported speech is a statement, so our reporting verb will relate to it. If our reported speech is a question, then we will write our reporting verb accordingly. Or if our reported speech is a command, so we may use the reporting verbs accordingly. So what can be the reporting verb in place of say or said? We shall see this in question. Now the reporting verb say, said may be retained as say, said, or changed to tell, told. Now if you are reporting a statement, then say or said will remain the same, okay? Or at the most, if it is said to someone, we can write it as told. So some other words that can be used as a reporting verb in place of say are add, admit, answer, argue, assure, complain, deny, explain, object, point out, promise, remark, remind, reply. Now all these are going to be in the past tense form. Say for example, add, added, the teacher added, right? Notes or admit, the teacher admitted the child in the class, online class. Answer, the teacher answered the questions. Argue, the students argued with the teacher, and many more. Like this we can use in a statement. These are some of the reporting verbs that we can use in while reporting a statement. Example is given to you over here. Ritu said to Mayor, lots of people will be willing to help you. Ritu said to Mayor. Now what this is a statement, right? Lots of people will be willing to help you. This statement, how it is written in a reported speech. Ritu assured Mayor, right? Here said to Mayor, like Ritu is assuring that there are many people who are going to help you. So instead of write said to Mayor, we have used a little different word. That is okay. Ritu assured Mayor that lots of people would be willing. Will be has changed to would be willing to help him, because she is saying to Mayor. So Mayor help him. Okay, the pronoun has changed accordingly. So this is how we use the reporting verb in a statement while changing a statement or while reporting a statement. Now when we report a question, when we are asking a question to someone, and when that is reported while writing the reported speech, that is in indirect speech, so the reporting verb say or said is changed into ask or enquire, right? So this reporting verb say will change into ask or enquire. Other words that can be used as a reporting verb are demand, wonder, want to know. I demanded, I wondered, I wanted to know. So these are the things which we can ask if we are asking questions, right? Reporting a question. Note, this point is to be noted, that if you are using these reporting verbs such as enquire and demand, the reporting verbs enquire and demand will have to be followed by the preposition of, right? He inquired of, he demanded of. So of is going to be there. Of is going to be followed with these two reporting verbs. I said to Neetu, where have you been all these days? Now this is a question, right? Where have you been all these days? Now this question doesn't have a yes no answer, right? This question doesn't have a yes no answer, because it is I am asking to Neetu, where have you been all these days? So the answer is going to be some particular place, right? Either here only, there only, or uncle's place, auntie's place, whatever it is. So it is not a yes no question. So if it is not a yes no question, we have to use the same word where as our conjunction, right? Now we are not going to use that. I said to Neetu, where have you been all these days? So I said to Neetu because we are asking. I asked Neetu, right? Because we are asking a question. I asked Neetu where she had. Have you का हो जाएगा she had been all those days. These days का those days. So बहुत ही बारीक बारीक चीज़ें हैं जो आपको ध्यान रखनी रहती है, और एक बार आपको समझ में आ जाता है, जैसे ही आप रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब पढ़ते हो, फर्स्ट आपका डायरेक्ट स्पीच पढ़ते हो, जस्ट अंडरलाइन द वर्ड्स विच आर गोइंग टू चेंज, and while writing the reported speech, do the needful. So you will always score full marks in these kind of questions. Aren't you afraid of going out alone in the dark? Now this is a yes no type question, right? My father said to me. No, said I. So that was a yes no question. So whenever there is any question which you think of either yes or no will be the answer, then that kind of a question should start with whether or if. These are the two reporting verbs that should be used if the answers are in yes or no. So aren't you afraid of going out alone in the dark? My father said to me. So my father asked me, right? Or inquired of me. Both the things you can ask. My father asked me or my father inquired of me if I wasn't afraid. So aren't है ना, aren't. So wasn't afraid of going out alone in the dark. I replied that I wasn't. Now here only no is in open inverted and close inverted, and said I. Said I, no is the reply to the question. So you will use the word replied. I replied that I wasn't. Now if you want to report commands, requests, advice, etc. So the reporting verb over here, say or said, is changed to order, request or advice. So ordered, requested, advised, and other words that can be suitable are ask, begged, command, encourage, forbid, tell, urge, warn, invite, remind. Now some note, you can see the note over here. The verb of the reported speech is changed into an infinitive. When, yes, this is very important thing, when you have to report some commands or requests or advice, the verb of the reported speech is changed into an infinitive. जो भी आपका रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में वर्ब रहता है वो इन्फिनेटिव में चेंज हो जाता है. कैसे होता है हम एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. प्लीज स्पीक अ बिट स्लोली सो दैट आई कैन टेक द नोट्स करेक्टली. आई सेड टू द टीचर. अभी मैंने टीचर को कहा है, ठीक है, मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया है टीचर को. सो एंड प्लीज स्पीक मतलब ये हमने रिक्वेस्ट किया है. सो आई रिक्वेस्टेड द टीचर टू स्पीक. तो स्पीक जो हमारा वर्ब है, स्पीक जो हमारा वर्ब है यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट स्पीच में टू स्पीक में चेंज हो गया. इट हैज़ चेंज टू स्पीक, राइट, इन द इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच. सो इन्फिनेटिव आ गया है ये हमारा. तो आई रिक्वेस्टेड द टीचर टू स्पीक अ बिट स्लोली सो दैट आई कैन टेक द नोट्स करेक्टली. ओके. नाउ सेकेंड नोट, do not is changed to not to. So in the first we saw that the verb is changed into an infinitive, right? Well, while reporting commands, requests, orders, when we report all these things, the first thing that we have to pay attention is the verb is changed into an infinitive. Second thing, whenever we have a do not in our sentence, then that is always changed to not to. Do not is always changed to not to. So here the example is, do not play such loud music for it may disturb the patient, Kriti said to Shikha. Okay. Now Kriti requested Shikha, ये requested भी हो सकता है. Kriti ordered Shikha भी कर सकते हो, और Kriti urged Shikha वो भी कर सकते हो. So जो भी words हमने ऊपर यहाँ पे दिए हैं ना, asked, begged, command, encouraged तो नहीं होगा, urged, तो ऑल दीज वर्ड्स वी कैन यूज़ डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सिचुएशन हम क्या यूज़ कर रहे हैं. सो रिक्वेस्टेड यूज़ किया है वो भी चलेगा. कृति रिक्वेस्टेड शिखा नॉट टू सो डू नॉट का क्या हो गया है हमारा, नॉट टू. यू कैन सी डू नॉट का हमारा हो गया है नॉट टू, है ना. कृति रिक्वेस्टेड शिखा नॉट टू प्ले सच लाउड म्यूजिक फॉर इट माइट. तो मे हमारा चेंज हो गया है माइट में, राइट. तो ये चीज़ें हमेशा ध्यान में रखनी रहती है. इट माइट डिस्टर्ब द पेशेंट. दूसरा एग्जाम्पल है, लीव द रूम एट वंस एंड डू नॉट शो मी योर फेस अगेन सेड द प्रिंसिपल एंग्रीली टू द प्यून. यहाँ पे भी ये इम्पेरेटिव ही है, ऑर्डर रिक्वेस्ट कमांड वाला ये. तो यहाँ पे ऑर्डर दिया गया है, प्रिंसिपल ने ऑर्डर दिया है ना, या कमांड, यहाँ पे कमांडेड लिखा है, चलेगा. द प्रिंसिपल एंग्रीली कमांडेड द प्यून, है ना. द प्रिंसिपल एंग्रीली कमांडेड द प्यून. अगर कोई एक्सप्रेशन दिया हुआ है तो यू शुड मेंशन दैट एक्सप्रेशन ऑल्सो. यहाँ पे एंग्रीली मेंशन किया है तो यू हैव टू मेंशन दैट ऑल्सो. द प्रिंसिपल एंग्रीली कमांडेड द प्यून टू लीव. तो लीव द रूम का हो गया टू लीव, हमने इन्फिनेटिव यूज कर दिया है. टू लीव द रूम एट वंस एंड नॉट टू शो हिम हिज फेस अगेन. एंड नॉट टू शो हिम हिज फेस अगेन. मी का हो गया हिम, प्रिंसिपल के लिए मी का हो गया हिम, एंड योर के लिए हिज. प्यून योर है ना, तो हिज फेस अगेन. तीसरा नोट, अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, लेट. अगर आपका रिपोर्टिंग जो डायरेक्ट स्पीच है वो लेट से शुरू हो रहा है, देन लेट इज ऑलवेज यूज टू सजेस्ट समथिंग, प्रपोज समथिंग. तो सजेशन या प्रपोजल हम ये वर्ड्स यूज कर सकते हैं फॉर लेट. सो लेट इज ऑफन यूज टू मेक प्रपोजल्स. So in such cases the reporting verb is changed to suggest or propose and the construction we, they, should is used. तो construction क्या होता है, we propose that, they should, ऐसा इस तरीके से हम लेते हैं. एग्जाम्पल कर लेते हैं और अच्छे तरीके से बेटर समझ में आएगा. एग्जाम्पल, Sarah said to Angelina, let's go to some hill station for a change. Sarah proposed to Angelina, said to Angelina. अब यहाँ पे let's से चालू हो रहा है हमारा सेंटेंस डायरेक्ट स्पीच. तो लेट से चालू हो रहा है, दैट मीन्स ये सजेशन दे रही है या प्रपोजल कर रही है, कि ये बोल रही है कि हमें ऐसा करना चाहिए. तो सारा प्रपोज टू एंजेलिना दैट दे शुड गो टू सम हिल स्टेशन फॉर अ चेंज. ठीक है, तो ये हमारा हो गया. दूसरा एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स इन्वाइट सम फ्रेंड्स टू सुमीज बर्थडे सेड द मदर. तो मदर बोल रही है लेट्स इन्वाइट, दैट इज मदर इज सेइंग, वो प्रपोज कर रही है ये. बट फादर कह रहे हैं नो, फादर इज अपोजिंग दिस, लेट्स नॉट सेड द फादर. सो लेट्स सी, द मदर प्रपोज्ड दैट दे शुड, राइट, लेट्स इन्वाइट सम फ्रेंड्स टू सुमीज बर्थडे, दैट दे शुड इन्वाइट सम फ्रेंड्स टू सुमीज बर्थडे. द फादर was opposed to the idea. फादर said no ना, लेट्स नॉट. तो द फादर was opposed to the idea. Now let is often used as an ordinary verb meaning allow also. कई बार let का मतलब होता है कुछ allow करना भी. Let us in, please allow us in, right? ये ऐसे भी हम कर सकते हैं. Now last part है हमारा reporting exclamations and wishes. अगर हमें exclamations यानी exclamatory sentences जो होते हैं, wow, hurrah, oh, ouch, इस टाइप के words और wishes, ये हम कैसे चेंज करते हैं, let's see over here. तो रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब जो है हमारा से, सेड, वो है जो कैसे चेंज होता है. इट चेंजेस टू एक्सक्लेम्ड, विश्ड, प्रेड, ब्लेस्ड, क्राइड और एनी अदर सूटेबल वर्ब. तो इस टाइप के किसी भी वर्ब में हम चेंज कर सकते हैं हमारे एक्सक्लेमेशंस या विशेस. तो विशेस के लिए देखो हम यहाँ पे यूज़ कर सकते हैं विश्ड, प्रेड, ब्लेस्ड, ये वर्ड्स हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं विशेस के लिए. और एक्सक्लेमेशंस के लिए एक्सक्लेम्ड, क्राइड, ये वर्ड्स हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं. The words showing exclamations such as oh, alas, my God are omitted, but the feeling behind them is conveyed by using such expressions as exclaim with sorrow, exclaim with joy, etc. तो हम एक्चुअल एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क्स वाले वर्ड्स नहीं यूज़ करते हैं. oh, ouch, alas, ये वर्ड्स हम नहीं यूज़ कर सकते हैं. इनके बदले में हम यूज़ करेंगे इस तरीके से, जैसे exclaim with joy, exclaim with sorrow, exclaim with grief, like that, these kind of words. So the exclamatory sentence is changed into a statement before it is reported. तो exclamatory sentence हमारा सेम exclamatory नहीं रहता है reported speech में, it is changed into a statement and the sign of exclamation is also omitted. यहाँ पे वापस से reported speech में exclamation का sign नहीं आएगा. First example, oh God, I have lost my identity card, said Rajat. So Rajat exclaimed that. So oh God हमारा निकल गया और exclamation mark भी निकल जाएगा. Rajat exclaimed that he had. he I हो गया रजत के लिए, I हमने he कर दिया, have का हो गया had. ठीक है. Had lost his, my का हो गया his identity card. Hurrah, we won the match, said the boys. The boys exclaimed with joy. यहाँ पे खुशी की बात है, तो the boys exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. We won the match, ये past tense है, past perfect में हो जाएगा had won the match. तो इसके साथ ही हमारा ये लेसन यही खत्म होता है. I hope you had enjoyed this session. I'll soon be coming up with my new videos. Till then, stay safe, stay secure. Thank you.